Alright guys, welcome to this next video lesson, right? Make sure you have paper and pencil out ready to write down your notes. Alright, first thing we do, always, is we identify the name of these notes, right? The name of these notes are called Triangle Inequality Theorem. The Triangle Inequality Theorem. What does that mean? Let's see. Our first bullet point and our only bullet point here, right, is green here, triangle. Okay, let's read. The sum, okay, sum, it's important, of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle, two sides, right, is greater than the length of the third side. What does that mean? Okay. That means that when you add any two sides of a triangle, you add any two sides, when you add them, that number has to be bigger than the third side of the triangle. So let's take a look here, see? So we have three sides here, right? So we have, okay, let's see, let's go over here. We have side A, which is A, right? We have side B, and we have side C of a triangle, right? Three sides, makes sense. So when you add any two of those sides, it's got to be bigger than the third side. So let's see, let us write. So A plus B has to be bigger than C. So A plus B has got to be greater than C. Okay, that's one. Let's see. A plus C has to be bigger than B. A plus C must be bigger than B. Okay. Finally, C plus B must be bigger than A. C plus B must be bigger than A. Right? That looks like a 9. Let me fix that A. Then A. Right? And those are the three rules. And if we get checks on all of those, right? If we get check, check, and check, then this is a legit triangle. This is a legit triangle. You can form a triangle. If any of these don't have a check, the triangle does not work. You can't form a triangle. Something like this will happen. Let me show you. Something like this will happen where the triangle doesn't close. Not big enough, right? Or something like that, right? The triangle. But if you get all three checks, you get boom, 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 right? Or like the one that I'm seeing now, like that, right? Or a small, long, and then, yeah, right? That's a yes when you have all three checks. When only one check is missing, when you don't have all three checks, you get something like, doesn't close up, doesn't make it a triangle, right? Or you do, doesn't close up, doesn't make it a triangle. It is not a triangle. So let us see our instructions here. So our instructions say, let us highlight our instructions. State if the three numbers can be the measures of the sides of a triangle. So we're going to do the test, and we're going to see if these three numbers right here on number 1 can form a triangle. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle. All right, just like that. So we're going to test this. And we're going to say 203, 212, and 277. We're going to test to see if this indeed works, right? Now to help us out, I'm going to make these. I'm going to make this A, and I'm going to make this B, and I'm going to make this C. Because look, this now matches this right here, A, B, and C. So let's do our check here. Let me zoom out. Come on, zoom out. Come on, stop being difficult. Okay, A plus B is equal to C. A plus B, I'm sorry, is greater than C. So let's check. A plus B is greater than C. 203 plus 277 has to be greater than 212. All right? So, well, 203 plus 277 is equal to 480. And 480 is definitely bigger than 212. So I can put a check here. Check one done. Okay? Check one done. Next, A plus C is greater than B. A plus C. So let me, that was our first. Let's try our second one now. A plus C is greater than B. Let's see. A plus C, 203, plus A plus C, 212, is greater than the third side, 277. Well, 203 plus 212 is 415. Is 415 greater than 277? For sure it is. Two checks, right? I need one more check. I need one more check. I got one check, two check. I need the third check now. C plus B is greater than A. C plus B. C plus B is greater than A. C is 212 plus B is 277 is greater than A, 203. Well, 212 plus 277 is 489. Is 489 bigger than 203? Absolutely it is. Now, kiddos, I was able to add in my head, but if you're not, use the calculator. That's why the calculator will be in the assignment, right? So, the instructions say, state if the three measures can measure, state if the three numbers can be the measures of the size of a triangle. So our solution is, go back and let's do red. Okay, so we're going to say yes, this is a triangle. Look at that. Yes, absolutely, it's a triangle. Okay, we checked. All three boxes check. All three, yes, three checks, right? Three orange checks. Yes, this is a triangle. Okay, so let us do the same for number 2. Same instructions, right? So first I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my triangle. Okay, and I'm going to say 72 and 228 and 142. And I'm going to say this is my A, and I'm going to say this is my B, and I'm going to say this is my C. So 3 checks, everybody. Remember, we need 3 checks, right? So A plus B is greater than C. Let's see. A plus B. 72. Go back to black. Okay, so check number 1. 72a plus b plus 142 is greater than 228. Okay? 72 plus 72 plus 142 is equal to 214. Now, is 214, kiddos, greater than 228? Of course it's not. It is not greater than 228. And I'm not going to get 3 checks because the first check just failed. So no more work to be done. No more work to be done. You are going to say, no, this, right, capital T, this is not a triangle. No, this is not a triangle, right? We don't have to check any further because we already have one check that didn't work. I'm not going to get a orange check here because 214 is not greater than 228, right? So I can stop. There's no point in checking anymore, right? See? So the first example here was, yes, this is a triangle because I got 1, 2, 3 checks. And I need all 3. You need to have all 3 for it to be a triangle. This did not work out. Nope, this is not a triangle. Right? There you go. Look at that. So the first 2 examples. Okay. Now, let's do the third example, which is a little different than the first 2 examples. So let's check out the instructions, which are different, right? So our instructions say, let's go with region blue. Blue, that's not the highlighter. This is the highlighter, region blue right here. 2 sides of a triangle have the following measures. Find the range of possible measures for the third side. So a range means sort of like a range means what numbers would qualify, right? Like there's a range, for example, when you go to an amusement park and certain rides are only kids from 5 to 10 years old, right? So the range, the lowest age is 5, the oldest age is 10, right? So we're going to find the range of what the third number can possibly be. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a triangle. Right? We're going to draw a triangle and we're going to say 75 and we're going to say 97 and we're going to say, what can this possibly be? Right? What can this possibly be? It can't only be just one number. It can be a variety of numbers. But which numbers can it be, though? I'm going to show you how we found out. We find out. So just like I told you for the kids' ride at Magic Mountain or at Knott's Berry Farm, right? There's a range between 5, which is the low, and 10, which is the high. That means that it's got to be at least 5 years old, right? Or at most 10 years old. 5 is the low, 10 is the high. So we need to find the low and the high, right? So we need to find the low number, right? And the high number, okay? Well, the way we do that is to find the low number. I'm going to take the bigger number and I'm going to subtract the smaller number. So I'm going to say 97 minus 75. 97 minus 75, 7 minus 5 is 2, 9 minus 7 is 2. That's the low. That's the lowest that this possible number can be, 22. Actually, it can't be 22. You'll see. But it can't be lower than 22 for sure. This cannot be 21. this cannot be 20 or anything lower than 22. Okay? Now, to find the high, we are going to, you guys probably can guess, right? To find the low, we subtracted the two numbers. To find the high, we're going to add the two numbers. So I'm going to say 97 plus 75. 7 plus 5 is 12, carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17. 172. So my high is 172, my low is 22. And the way we write it is like this. 22 is less than x is less than 172. That means that any number between 22 and 172 can be a possible number right here for this question mark. But it's got to be bigger than 22 and less than 172. So 22 does not count. It could be 23, right? All the way to 172 doesn't count, but it could be 171, right? And that right there is our solution for number 3, right? This is the low, and this is the high. That's the range. It can go between 22 and 172. Okay? And that right there, kiddos, are the kind of problems that you're going to see in this next assignment, triangle inequality theorem. Right? So, let me zoom out a little more. If you have any questions or you're confused, make sure you rewind, you hit rewatch to make sure exactly you know what to do. All right? Thank you for being here. See you next time.